Hi guys, welcome to another video. This is going to be a little bit of a different video. I might say that it's going to be a bit of a chit chat video, but I am going also to speak about these three things that I have here. Probably you might have seen from the title that I am going to speak about a topic that I had spoken about some years ago in some of my videos, which is anxiety. This is a condition that I have and that I know that a lot of you out there also have because I do receive emails about it. And I was actually planning for another video because there I do have a bunch of planners because I want also to film an updated video about what I am currently using. And as I was going through everything and trying to remove some of the stickers and sticky notes and other papers that I had in my planner that are quite personal, I was thinking also about what is actually the reason why I have all these planners. And it all started from this condition, and these planners do give me some peace and they do help me also on this condition. Having spoken about it some years ago in some of my videos, I thought about coming here just speaking with you, to you actually about this and just give you a little bit of an update. By the way, before I even start, this is not a video where I think that I am some medical person or that I can tell you anything about this condition that is an expert sort of advice or whatever. I am just going to speak about myself, what helps me to deal with it, and I'm not going to go into the merits of the topic, thinking that maybe I'm a person, a psychologist, or a medical person or anything. What I'm going to speak about is going to be strictly about what helps me and about myself. So hopefully I am also thinking that it might be helping someone else, but it might not be everybody's cup of tea. It might not be the same for everybody. So here I'm just going to speak about myself. Maybe, as I said, it can help someone else out there. So I always had a planner in my life, starting from when I was still at school, and I always had the diary where I could journal and I could also write the topics that we were studying, the work that I had to do at home, etc. So that was actually my very first type of planners that I always had. Moving forward by years, I have had for many years just a diary where I could write the things I had to do at work. And then it evolved. It evolved a lot since I started watching YouTube videos for planners, and it continued to evolve as I grew up and as also my experiences basically just changed. My life changed, my routines became more hectic, and I had to deal with a lot of stuff. So this is how all the planner stuff basically resulted into all these things that you are seeing here. As I said, I was just setting up everything to do another type of video, but I just picked up these three things because I want to talk about them and also give you sort of an updated video about how I am doing in my anxiety. First of all, the very first thing that I have done is I grabbed the paper, I jotted down everything that I think that was giving me anxiety. And basically the overwhelming life that I was living has contributed a lot to my anxiety because I was thinking that I was not good enough. I needed to do a lot of changes. I could never make it at work because I had a lot of things to do and I was never making it and actually managing to finish all my to-do lists. And then health problems came up with me, with my partner, with my parents, so I had to deal with a lot and a lot of stuff. So I think that one of the things that can be a lot helpful in these situations is just having a journal. And I have picked on purpose this type of journal, which is simply plain paper. There are no lines, as you can see, because like this, I can write, I can do my mind maps that I will be also talking about, which is this mind mapping book that I have been using this year. And I can write, I can basically do whatever I want. And it is pink, which is my favorite color. So the very first thing that I would tell anybody with a condition like mine, which is anxiety, is to have a place where you can brain dump. Brain dumping is very, 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 very important, because from my own experience and in my opinion, based on what I have lived so far, anxiety comes from the moment you start having a lot of thoughts in your head and you start having everything jumbled up. You have a mess in your mind and you basically want to try to find solutions all at one go. You want to just tackle all your to-do list in one single minute, which is impossible. And then you start feeling overwhelmed, you start becoming anxious, and that's the moment when you get panic attacks. And believe me, I have had a lot of panic attacks in the past. And so the very, very first thing that I've done is I have a journal. I write how I'm feeling. This is a new one, by the way, but I have had a lot of journals. I write everything there. I can be the person that I always wanted to be, in that I can say whatever I want. Even if I want to say something bad about someone, I'm not afraid about how that person might take it, or how that might just go down with other people that might be saying things behind my back because I've said this and that. Here I can be completely honest and not be afraid of anything. This is very personal. No one will be reading it. No one will be seeing it. So I would highly, highly recommend that if you suffer from anxiety, you need your heart purges. And you need to have a place where you can write whatever comes into your mind. And if you want to draw, you will be drawing. If you want to write, you will be writing. If you feel overwhelmed and you need to brain dump, you can do it also here. In my case, this is just my journal. This is my mind mapping book, and I also have a video about mind mapping. I will try to link that video down below. And here I have a huge brain dump. By the way, in my personal planner, which is this one here that you have seen so many times, I also have a section for brain dumping, and I have a section for brain dumping also in my work planner, which is that one over there, the marble look Filofax, and I have this one. This is just a notebook that I have been setting up actually during the past weeks, and this is simply a notebook, a lined paper notebook, and I have placed just a bunch of tabs of things that I am working on. What I do is I just do the title and I write the to-dos, I write my notes, and I write whatever that is. For instance, for example, I will be traveling to Berlin in Germany very soon, and I have a tab here for Berlin, and whatever has to do with this traveling, I will just pick up that page, go there and write whatever comes to mind. Even if I want, for example, to check the temperature and the weather for the time that I will be going there, because I need some help to see what probable temperature and weather will I be having there while I'm there, so that I can pack the right type of clothes. Basically, this is what I do, and this is my brain dumping. There is no actual structure. There is just a place where I can brain dump all my to-dos, all my thoughts, everything that I need to do without having a date. So here is a place where I do have everything that will cross my mind. I need to write it down, but I don't know when I will be able to do that thing, accomplish that task, etc. And here I have notes, I have to-dos, I have Berlin, I have my blood pressure readings. Here there are the tabs, as you can see there, and I have some other to-dos and the other one, another to-do. So I have multiple tabs for my to-dos. I really would like to show you a page, and I can just go in here because this is nothing personal. This is the way I do it. I just put down the title, and I do with a highlighter in pink, I just make it a little bit cute. And then, for instance, what happened here, I'm going to tell you what happened here. I started being overwhelmed by the amount of planners that I was having. So what I've done is, instead of keeping on and on thinking about what planners do I have, why I have so many planners, why I have so many notebooks, I just grabbed this notebook and I made a list of all the planners and notebooks that I have. And here I could be visual and I could just say, okay, I have these, maybe I can simplify on this, maybe I can remove this or start using another one. And this is how I have dumped all those thoughts that I had, because believe me, for me, having so many planners sometimes is overwhelming, and it does give me anxiety. Like this, there could be other topics, other subjects. Obviously, I do have many other tabs and many other things written in this notebook. And from this notebook, I don't need to be neat. I don't need to have everything consecutive and in sequence, whatever that is. Here on this page, I was working on another project which is completely different, and when I do accomplish a task from the pages that I have as my brain dump, I just cross them out, as you can see there, because that means for me, okay, I have one thing less to think about. That's sorted, that has been completely settled, cleared from my mind. This, I was working on my apartment file effects, because I had also, once again, I had multiple notebooks for my project management for my apartment, and I just decided to combine everything in one. Basically, as you can see here, I did cross it out because this is settled. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 notebooks and places where I had apartment notes, to-dos, etc. Scattered basically, and I was having major anxiety about that. So I needed to focus on this, see how many of those notebooks I had, and just put them into one, which is a Filofax A5, which I will be showing you in another video. And I combined everything in one place. Another thing about anxiety is when you have multiple things into one place. I mean, you have multiple notebooks all placed on a shelf, in a drawer, in one place, but they do you have scattered things, and that is bad. For me, at least, that is bad. For example, I had for my apartment 5 different books, and in order to accomplish a task, maybe I'm working on a particular room, I had to check whether I have done everything for that room that was listed in this book, and then this book, and then this book, and that was contributing to giving me anxiety. And so another tip that I would give you is to try to combine things that relate to a particular topic into one place, so you can have the peace of mind that when you are grabbing, for instance, this notebook, you have everything there. You don't need to look for another notebook and for another notebook, and you have everything in one place. So trying to simplify a bit your life will help you a lot with your anxiety. That is another thing that helped me a lot. The mind mapping, and here I do have a notebook about mind mapping, helped me also a lot. I do have a video about how to do mind maps, and I would highly recommend that you go and look for that video on my channel, and you just see what I do, but I'm going to show you one example of it. For example, these are the things I wanted to accomplish for the year 2019, and this is what I've done. I was practically overwhelmed at the beginning of the year about all the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to change my life. I wanted to change my routines, the way things were going. And I had a lot of thoughts and I had a lot of ideas. And yes, I was also feeling anxious about it. And the very first thing that I've done is I started this mind mapping book, like I call it, and I did this. What will go into 2019, which is my goal to be happy, because I think I deserve to be happy. And I just have put all the things that I think, in my opinion, will help me accomplish these things. So if I do all this, if I start feeling all this, I will start feeling accomplished and I will start feeling more happy. Obviously, for everybody, these are different. So for me, this worked a lot, doing this type of mind map. There could be another type of mind map for you if you just need something that helps you. This is the part that had to do with the planners and the notebooks, but something else that helped me a lot for basically just keeping my anxiety at bay was not overpacking my to-do list. What happens is that I have a free day, and so I go grab my planner and I start to list down a lot of things that I need to do, and all of a sudden I have 20 tasks that I have to do in one single day, which is not practical and it's virtually almost impossible to do that. So do not overpack your days. If you need to keep your anxiety at bay, you will feel much better if you just put 5 tasks or 4 tasks in a day. You accomplish them at the end of the day and you will be happier, you will feel satisfied, you will feel motivated to do more, and you will feel also productive, which is so much important. Another thing that helped me a lot for my anxiety was reading self-help books that had a spiritual content. And some books, they can take you to a lot far, but into psychology, but I don't believe that you need to go that far. Just try to find what makes you happy. Try to find what books actually make you feel good, make you feel that you want to read even more. And if a book does not inspire you from the beginning, I would recommend you that you change it. Physical exercise helped me a lot, and changing some of the things in my diet and the food that I was taking also helped me a lot. It helped me also to keep up with doing my makeup, keeping always trendy and fashionable and these things. I'm not saying that this will be working for everyone, but the feel good factor feeling made me feel better. And I think that it just makes you take care of yourself. I did purchase makeup that I liked. I did keep up with my body massages once a month. I did keep up with my pool membership because physically I was having quite some problems, including, as you might have seen in this one here, I'm keeping track of my blood pressure because I had high blood pressure lately and I had to take care of that. And I was just keeping up with some things that made me feel happy. So the very first thing that I've done is jot down a list of the things that were not making me be happy and what I thought could help me. Obviously, I also talked with my doctor about a bunch of things, and he gave me some medicines that do help me to sleep better at night, sleep 8 hours a night, and they do help me also to have a sleeping pattern which gives me quite some rest, because I was also having quite some problems when it comes to sleeping hours and resting. So do talk to your doctor for the physical part, but for the emotional part you can still find quite a lot of help into doing some changes which are small, but you can do them. I will probably for all my life be suffering from anxiety, but I can tell you that by doing all these things and by incorporating these type of notebooks in my routine, in my life, my panic attacks have almost vanished, because if I used to have a panic attack every month, for example, now it's every 4 months or every 5 months. So I came up with a bunch of things that I know that could help me. I tried them. I'm still improving. I'm still doing more changes, but they're helping me a lot. And also tackling things that you know that are affecting you. Anxiety comes from thoughts, from your mind, from the way you see your life. That's at least what I have learned about myself. And the moment that I started trying to change a bit what goes into my life, what my thought process is, I started to make some changes. And so I would highly, highly advise that you try to find some peace in your day, some quiet time, think things through, think with a fresh mind. For instance, my favorite time of the day is in the morning, some 6 a.m. I just do my tea, I open the window, I stay a bit on the windowsill. Sometimes I just write, and yes, that's my personal space, and I stay there. There's so much calm, few noise coming in, because life is still starting at that time. And sometimes I also journal. And yes, you need to find some quiet time for yourself when you can think things through and you can think with a clear mind. So as I said, I just want to wrap up this video because it's becoming too long now. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update about how things have been going, and probably why also I was a bit away from YouTube for quite some time. I hope that you are well. I hope that you take care of yourselves, because we have one life, one body, one spirit, and we need to take care of all those things. I hope also that I have managed to help you a little bit with this thing which is called anxiety. And if you know that something is not making you happy, please work towards removing it from your life, because it starts with that, with removing and taking action of the things you know are not making you happy. So I hope you take care of yourselves, and take care once again. Be good, enjoy your life, and until the next video, bye.